Today, I tech a lot about using Google's AI Voice Synthesis API to record human-like audio files that can be used in video production, narrations, and other projects requiring a voice recording. Before you can proceed with the steps outlined in this video, you'll need to enable the Text-to-Speech API in Google's Cloud Platform console. To learn more about this process, click on the I tech a lot link in the description below. There you will find how to view Google's instructions on enabling your account. Depending on the voice you use, Google allows you to record up to 1 million bytes of text per month for free before they charge for this service. To give you a little context, the entire script for this video totaled less than 10,000 bytes. Click on the I tech a lot link below to view Google's pricing page before starting your project. Once you have your Google credentials in order, it's time to select a voice for your project. Google provides a list of voice samples for your review. You can copy the address of Google's sample voice list by clicking on the I tech a lot link provided in the video description below. Each voice sample is listed alphabetically by language. To review the available voices in English, scroll down until you find the English language section. You can choose different English accents if you prefer. For a standard American accent, select the English, US options. You can also choose a female or male voice. To listen to a sample voice, click the play button to the right. Finding the voice that works best for your project can take a little time, but it's a fun process. After making your voice selection, take note of the voice name shown in the fourth column from the left on the page. For the example in this video, I selected ENUS Neural 2H, which is an English female voice with an American dialect. The next step is to prepare a script for voiceover recording. I use Google Docs to write and edit the scripts I want recorded, but most any text editor will do. Before generating a voice recording, ensure that all the text is exactly as you want it to be read. Google's Text-to-Speech API will record synthetic speech exactly as written, and it will not correct spelling, punctuation, grammatical, or other errors. There are many tools available that can help with this. For example, AI language models like ChatGPT are pretty good at rewriting text and correcting errors. With a finalized script ready, there are a couple of file management tasks required to prepare for the text-to-speech conversion. First, using Windows File Manager, create a working folder to hold all the necessary speech conversion files. In this example, I created a new folder in my documents and named it Text-to-Speech. In your working folder, you must have two JSON files. The first one is the credential file you downloaded from Google when you enabled the text-to-speech option in your cloud account. This file contains your ID and keys, which are necessary for Google to confirm your identity and to grant you permission to use their services. It is important that you do not edit this file, just make sure it's in your working folder or the process will not work. The second file required in your working folder is request.json. Since you'll edit this file for each recording you make, it's a good idea to save the original in a safe location and place a copy in your working folder. This allows you to revert back to the original in case something goes wrong and you need to start from a fresh copy. Since request.json is a plain text file, it can be easily edited using Windows Notepad or any other text file editor. Here's an example of a request.json file when opened in Notepad. I have included a sample request.json file for you to copy and use. Just click on the I tech a lot link found in the description below to access this file. The input section is where you will paste the text of your script. When pasting your text, make sure you don't remove any of the brackets or quotation marks. To prepare this document for conversion, go back to the editor where you completed your script, copy the text you want to record, and paste it between the quotation marks just after the colon that follows the word text. One word of warning: I have found that the conversion tool doesn't like to handle more than about 800 words at a time. If your script is longer than 800 words, use the word count tool in your editor to copy and paste less than 800 words into your request.json file to avoid any problems. This will require creating multiple audio files, but don't worry, stringing together multiple audio files is not a big deal. Also, be sure to remove any quotation marks from your text. If you get an error message when trying to process your text-to-voice file, go back and look for quotation marks and delete them. Once your script text is pasted into the request.json file, it's time to specify your voice selection. Under the voice item in your JSON file, look for the name line. This is where you should enter the name of the voice you previously selected. Go back to the Google site with all the voice samples, copy the name of the voice you want to use, and paste it between the quotation marks next to the name item. I typically leave the audio config section as is. You can search Google to understand what each item means and make adjustments if it helps with your project. The pitch item is something I have used in the past to adjust the voice I selected. Decreasing the pitch deepens the voice and increasing it results in a higher pitch voice. You can include other attributes in this file to alter the original voice, such as speed. To learn more about these attributes, search Google and add the desired attributes as needed. In this example, I found the voice sounded better with slightly less pitch. Once all the settings are complete and you have pasted your text into the file, save it as request.json in your working folder. Now it's time to process your voice recording. To begin, open Windows PowerShell as an administrator. To do this, search Windows for PowerShell and select the Run as Administrator option. Confirm that you want to open the program as an administrator when prompted. With PowerShell open, navigate to the folder where you have the JSON files stored. To change drives, type the drive name followed by a colon. In my case, my files are on the C drive. Once you are on the correct drive, navigate to the desired folder by typing CD followed by a space and the folder name. If your folder name is long, type the first few characters and press the Tab button to auto-complete it. If the folder exists, PowerShell will enter the full folder name for you. If your working folder is a subfolder, you will need to navigate to each folder one at a time. Once you are in the folder where your JSON files are located, you need to perform a couple of steps to prepare Google's API. First, set the environment variables to validate your credentials. Enter the command shown in PowerShell, including the name of the JSON file that contains your credentials. I have included all the commands you need to process your text file on our webpage for this video. Just click on the iTech-A-Lot link in the description below to copy these commands. Paste the command in PowerShell and press Enter. When you see the cursor blinking, it means the command has been executed. Next, provide Google with additional technical information about the process. Enter the provided command in PowerShell and press Enter. You will be asked to confirm this process. Type the letter Y for yes and press Enter. Again, when the cursor blinks, the command has been initiated. The next command will start the conversion process. Paste these 9 lines of code shown into PowerShell and press Enter. If you see a pause and then a progress window, it means you have done everything correctly up to this point. If there is an issue, something might be wrong with your credentials, your request.json file, or something else that requires further investigation. When the conversion is complete, Google will place a text file in your working folder named Base64. Before you can convert this to an audio file, you need to do some editing. Open your Base64 file with Notepad. At the beginning of the file, delete the highlighted items shown. Similarly, go to the end of the file and delete the highlighted items. Be careful not to delete anything else, as it may corrupt your audio file. Once the items are deleted, save the file. With one more command, your audio file will be ready for review. Copy and paste the highlighted command into PowerShell and press Enter. This decodes your text file and converts it to an MP3 audio file, which will be placed in your working folder. To review the file, double-click on it and open a media player. Listen to the file and ensure it has been recorded as desired.
Here's our sample text we will use to record a voiceover. Be sure that all typos are corrected and the text reads as you want it to be recorded before moving forward.
If you need to make changes, amend the text in the request.json file and go through the text-to-speech conversion process again. Before recording additional text-to-speech files to this working folder, remember to change the name of the MP3 file and delete the Base64 file. The conversion tool can encounter issues when trying to overwrite existing files in your folder. It's best to remove them to ensure a smooth process. That's it. Now you can use Google's Voice Synthesis API to create AI voiceovers for your videos, podcasts, or any other project that requires a consistent, high-quality human-like voice. I hope you found this video useful. If so, please like and subscribe. Be sure to check out our other videos for more tech info.